This course is about sharing the experiences of virtual go live through a close to real business case. At the same time, you will understand the fundamentals of how you prepare for a complete virtual execution of a big project like SAP ERP implementation. In the later part of the year 2019, the new virus has come into our lives. It was an unknown enemy and the situation was never imagined earlier. There were new challenges of carrying on and it is non-negotiable. There was a problem of survival issue. At the same time, you have to carry on your work. We had some learnings. I thought I will share the experiences of how we handled one key SAP implementation project. What was the kind of preparation we had? What was the kind of training we had? What was the kind of investment we made? And finally, how we succeeded and what were the open items which we could not address completely from remote. It is also leading all of us to a new way of living. And I wanted to emphasize the point that you can still continue the same practice irrespective of the pandemic situation. Now there is a vaccine introduced and probably it will be matured and you may be completely out of the risk from this particular virus. But you learned there is a better way of executing the engagements and there is a better way of living with absolutely no change in the service levels. The course agenda is introduce the context of the problem in the form of problem statement and challenges. We want to introduce an illustration which is close to real business case and we wanted to explain how we prepared for such kind of execution and how we studied each and every phase of a typical SAP implementation and how we prepared for executing each of the activities in the phase from remote. And finally, we also had a lot of lessons and we also documented on what are the additional preparation that would be required in future. There are also a few open issues that also we will be discussing. And at the end of the course, we will be concluding with a summary. The situation before pandemic is not very different. There was a practice of moving the work from on-premise to remote places where the cost of manpower was low. And it was not just in case of IT companies. It was also in other industries like mining and other manufacturing sectors where they used to find where you can manufacture the items at low cost or where you find skilled people at low cost and people used to move the work to other places. The consultants prefer to work from location of choice and the location can be any country and within the country they wanted to work from a specific location and our technology was supporting working from any place. But the service providers wanted to have the control on team. Hence they wanted everybody in office. There are some organizations which were also having a tracking of when the consultant is entering the office and leaving. They were using a specific technology to get the attendance from their ID card itself. People have to swipe in and swipe out to register their in and out timings in the office. Then on the other side, the customer also wanted the team in their premises. It may be because of some sort of a comfort level or the customer was not having a team which was good enough to narrate their requirements and get the work done from remote places. So this was not really because we were not able to work from remote. These are some of the occupational hazards which were preventing complete working from remote, even though the technology was enabling that. This kind of situation like customer wanted the team completely in front of them and service providers wanted the people to be sitting in office and work. These were leading to more cost. This cost burden was passing to customer as well and there was a limitation to the participation of teams in some of the important activities. For example, there was a key demonstration of a IT solution to the customer team, but you will not be able to make every expert to travel and make the demonstration in the customer premises. You will be choosing one or two important people, but the rest of the people will be sitting at their own remote places. And it was never effective. Now, if there is a situation where people can work from remote, from anywhere, it was in fact giving an advantage that you can engage any skill or any kind of background in the discussion. Why we are not doing that? The reality is, on both sides, there were some vested interests and there were some apprehensions, and people wanted team to be working in their own premises. In short, I will say the service providers as well as the customer side, they wanted to hide their inefficiencies by having the team in front of them and getting the work done in ad hoc manner with absolutely no effective execution. The prerequisites of this course include any project management experience. So any project manager who must have executed projects on SAP or any other relevant ERP, they will be comfortable understanding the course. And any project experience as a key member. You might not be managing the project, but you are a part of the project and you might have worked in entire end-to-end cycle of ERP implementation. Then you will be understanding what we are explaining in this course. The user experience of collaboration tools, which is one key aspect while we are explaining about the virtual execution of ERP implementation, that is also a key prerequisite. So you must be knowing any web conferencing tool and teleconferencing tools and any communicators, chat communicators, email and voice communicators, document management and portals. Understanding of any implementation life cycle. What are all the phases involved in a implementation life cycle and how they were executed in a pre-COVID scenario. So here you might have executed most of the times with a on-premise and remote teams. So all key members might have worked in customer premises, whereas the other teams might be working from remote places. The other possibility is 100% on-premise, which is also a possibility, especially when the customer is very much particular about having the team in front of them, and there may be some data sensitive and content sensitive requirements. So in any of these two kinds of implementation, you will be going through different phases and you will be knowing how these projects have been executed earlier. Then a understanding on the global cultures and the communication dynamics is a plus, because when you are working completely from remote, you also need to know how you have to communicate to different people from different geographies. The target audience include the executives of IT service providers and similar executives from customer organization. The middle managers of service provider and customer organization, any project team members of IT service provider, the customer's implementation team for virtual execution. When you are doing the virtual execution, you need to understand that the teams are completely isolated and you might be seeing that each member is sitting at home and working from remote, and this is applicable to customer as well. So the customer's team representing implementation from customer side are also target audience. The vendors and customers of customers, third party stakeholders who are involved in the solution of implementations, either they may be impacted, they may be benefited, or they might be funding. In all cases, they are also target audience to understand the dynamics of virtual execution. Product vendors should also know how their product is going to be implemented and what kind of enablement they need to do to facilitate.